see you again, Jean.
Hi, thank you for coming
Thanks for having
by.
me.
Oh, I'm pleased to have you
You told me you
back.
got some good, fascinating books in the new collection.
Well, in our rare collection, we have some very interesting books, and if you'd like me to show you, I would be more than happy.
Great.
The oldest pieces we have down here, this is from the 1500s. It has a vellum, or what's an animal skin cover. I'm going to reach carefully. You can see how it's sewn together. And it has very delicate, it has pages in here, and even though it's from the 1500s, look at how beautiful that print is.
Wow. So how do they make these books, Jean?
Well, this one here, probably one of the oldest, is made from the cover animal skin. They pounded fibers to make paper from inside. Some of the earlier books, this is from the 1500s. We support it, of course, because we don't want it to break. Those are also examples of ones made from vellum. In other places they use papyrus leaves and smash them, or rice to make rice paper, so depending on where. These are more the European tradition. Here is from 1652. It doesn't have its cover anymore, but you can see how it's sewn together here. And you can see the example of the printing. I'll lift a few of the pages. And again, you can see how clear it still is from 500 years ago, or 400 plus years ago. So those are examples. Moving on into the 17 and 1800s, you have these great books of illustrations. And those would have been done, they would make a plate, it would have to be very carefully etched into it, and then later inked and printed that way.
Jean, how long do they take to make one of these books?
Something like this one from the 15 and 1600s took a lot of time. There were many steps. It was all hand, piece by piece by piece. The later books, when industrialization came in, probably it was faster to print the paper, to make the end boards, and then to bind the books. So that would take probably days or weeks, as opposed to probably months to prepare a book like that. Before there was photography, they had to make what they called plates. And so you'd have a particular artist who was very, very skilled who would etch that into probably a piece of metal, or depending on what style they were doing it. Then they would, when it was finished, you had to be very precise, because of course these were used in science. So if they drew a animal or a body part as over there, they'd have to be very accurate artists. And so then they would ink the plate, and then they would print it, and then it would have to be inserted into the book, which was also a very tedious process.